Hi BookTube, it's Stephanie, and today I'm going to share with you my library haul, so the books that I currently have out from the library. And something that I've noticed lately with my reading is that I rarely have a library book on the go. So I'm not currently reading any of them, which doesn't really feel that good to be honest, but whatever. So let's start with the one book that I've had in several of these. At least I will start this book once I'm finishing with my body read. This book will be the first book I will pick up, and that's Leviathan Ways by S.A. Corey, and this is a space opera that's big, that has like 9 books out. I just need to pick this up, but we are soon finished with the body read. So the next 2 books I talked a little bit about in my September TBR, and the first of those being A Taste of Honey by Kai Ashante Wilson. And this is about, we are following a prince who falls in love with a soldier, and it's about an emperor who sends a delegation and they trade things or something like that. The synopsis to me doesn't really give anything away, but the main setting is that they are supposed to do trade negotiations. But yeah, we'll see what I think about this. I do like the cover though. I really like the, is it leopard or cheetah? I think it's leopard because of the size of it. And hopefully I will get to it since it's on my September TBR. But the next one I have here is Alice in Quantum Land by Robert Gilmore, and this is a Alice in Wonderland retelling, but it explains quantum physics. I have no idea what else to add. The next book I have here is a sequel, and that's Dreadnought by Sherry Priest. I did read Bone Shaker, which is the first book many years ago, like 2 or 3, so not that bad, and I really like this. I have heard that the series gets worse as time progresses, but since I have not even tried the second book, why not? And this one following different characters from the first book, and we are following, I guess, this woman who is, she works as a nurse on the front line of some kind of war, and she is traveling on the Dreadnought to get to her father who is dying, and that's her goal. She wants to see him before he dies. But the train Dreadnought is continuously attacked, and it probably has something to do with the mysterious cargo that the train has. Yeah, this is like a steampunk novel. The first one was really good, except I did feel like some things should have been like explained. There were some like really harsh, what's the term, like switching in between places and people that I didn't enjoy, but we'll see what I think about this one. So yeah, the Dreadnought. It's a sequel at least. The next one I have is, it sounds like such a classic, typical YA set in a school, and that's Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins, and we are following a person named Sophie who starts this school for witches to learn magic, and at the end of the first day she has 3 very attractive enemies and a ghost, a crush, and a roommate who's the most hated person and is also a vampire. And then something starts to kill students, and obviously the vampire is the #1 suspect. Yeah, this one just, let's face it, it's the cat too. So basically like Sabrina, like the old one, but if she went to a school where they were all learning magic. Yeah, we'll see what I think about this, and I'm hoping that this will be like an easy read, and a fast one. That was more what I meant, but yeah. Yeah. The next book I have is actually a Swedish book by a Swedish author, and that's Netraya by Lovisa Wistrand. This is about Netraya, who, when she's 19, she dies, but when she's supposed to get assigned a death world, she makes resistance because she does not want to be dead, and she and a death spirit called let's see here, where is his name? Amorphous. They get thrown into another world in which everything and everything is after her to destroy her. So she wants to get back to the living world so that she can be alive, and Amorphous needs to get her to her assigned death world, because otherwise something worse than death will happen to him, and they will obviously fall in love. I saw this because of the giant dinosaur on the cover. That was why I looked at it again, because I'm a nerd. So that book was a new release from this year, and so is this one. This is The Angel of the Crows by Catherine Addison, and this one takes place in London, or the story takes place in London, and this is set in a world where werewolves, vampires and humans can walk the streets freely because there's a truce. And all the buildings have angels. All buildings are occupied by angels. And angels can fall, and when they do, it's a massive destruction everywhere. And this story takes place when Jack the Ripper is stalking the London streets, and this London has a specific angel, the Angel of the Crows. There is no other information about this in the synopsis, and this sounds so intriguing. And yeah, another one that I will want to pick up as soon as I finish another book. I already know which book both Leviathan Awakes and this one will replace, so I'm fine. Everything is fine. Next I have two Swedish non-fictions, and the first one being Klimatsynda by Mattias Goldman. It's like an English sounding or looking last name, but I think it's a Swedish one. But this one is about how to save the climate by sinning. Yeah, from what I understand, this one takes up a lot of the new technology and things, and why we should invest and then therefore technically buy more to be able to save the climate. And in the beginning it has a lot of information of how they reduced the materials by making this book. So yeah, I don't know what it's about. It's fairly new, I think, at least on the for the library. But yeah, non-fiction about climate change. I regularly try to read something like this when I see a new one, so yeah. And the next Swedish non-fiction I have is Mammutens återkomst, de utdöda arternas andra chans by Turil Kornfeldt. This is about the fact that scientists are trying to bring back extinct animals and things like that. So this book is supposedly discussing that, and also asks the question of what world will these creatures create if we actually bring them back? Can we release them in the wild, etc, etc. So yeah, another one that I saw at the library and was like, why not? See if I will get to this one. Because yeah, the DNA and stuff like that I'm really interested in. So yeah, another non-fiction that we will see if I get to. So those are the 9 books that I have out from the library. Do you have any books out from the library, or have you read any of these that you would like me to get to as soon as possible? since I'm not currently reading any of them, yeah, kind of. But yeah, those are the 9 books that I have out, and I will see you next time. Bye.